Welcome back to Steel and Vance. We've been looking forward to this segment since last week when the drama started to unfold with regard to housing in our province. I mean, we've been talking about housing and the affordability crisis since the beginning of this show.
Since the beginning of time. It is a big subject in this province, right? And we talked about BC Housing because the former CEO, Shane Ramsey, was married to the CEO of Atira, which is a nonprofit that deals with low-income housing for women and other groups.
They're still married, right?
They're still married.
But they don't work at where they were working before.
No, and so Shane Ramsey had stepped aside from BC Housing because there was a forensic audit that uncovered some, difficulties around conflict of interest. Well, since we talked about that last week, there have been some new developments. For example, Janice Abbott has now stepped aside from Atira. They did not want that to happen last week. There was a lot of digging in of heels. But Atira has also said, okay, we're going to do a review in the wake of this forensic audit. The federal government said, okay, now we're jumping in and we're going to do a review as well. So that's happened. And Shane Ramsey, just to wrap this up with a bow, he had gone on from BC Housing to work with the Squamish Nation in their housing sort of wing called CHEK. And after this all broke, he stepped away from that as well. So, oh my goodness, so many things.
So many things, and all of them land on the desk of our next guest in one form or another, right?
Who's happily laughing right now. Ravi Kahlon, thank you so much, the housing minister. We so appreciate you coming in. You got to shake your head because this is a deep dive, complicated story. And I'm not going to blame your government because it's been going on for 10 years, so we could easily blame the Liberals as well. But what the heck happened? I mean, why did it take so long to sort of take the lid off this Pandora's box?
Yeah, that's the question I get the most. First off, it's lovely to be here with both of you. This is such an amazing show, and but yeah, I get that the most, and that's the hardest thing to explain to people. Now I read the articles from 2012 and 2014, 2015, all the way through, and you're like, oh, like, what happened? But I think at those times, perhaps, I'm giving some credit, they didn't have the evidence to be able to make the changes that needed to happen. And in this case, when Premier came in, Premier Eby became the Minister of Housing, he actually got proof. He had individuals who came to him and said, hey, here's something that you should be aware of. And then he said, okay, we need an independent investigation, which uncovered obviously a lot more information. And so, but it's hard to explain to people, well, this started in 2010, what's going on? In the end, what I say to people is that we have the information now. Many people spoke up, which we're really grateful for, because we wouldn't have had this information if people didn't say, hey,
this is what's happening.
This is what's happening. And now we have the change we needed. The CEO is gone. The CFO, who in the report said was deleting text messages, is gone.
This meeting never happened.
That's right. And now the CEO of Atira has moved on as well. And so the conflict of interest is gone. We still need to do the audit of Atira. We still need to ensure the inspections happen. They've agreed to take a government representative on their board to make sure that the accountability piece is there, which is good. And so I'm grateful for the board for, at the end, making the right decision, because Atira does have an important role. They are the leader when it comes to supporting women, most vulnerable women.
There are a lot of people that are very serious about defending Janice Abbott and what she has brought to the table over decades of her work. Oftentimes people would say thankless work. How will this drama that has unfolded before us with all of these reports and forensic investigations that have unearthed what we've now learned, what happens to the people that count on this system if everything freezes? How do we as a society manage those who are most vulnerable now? Yeah, that's actually a very good question, and that's actually central to the work we're doing. Yes, the audit needs to happen, and that's why I think the decision by the board to make a change there was so important, because we were urging them to make that change, because we need to put the people they're serving at the front. Yes. And they couldn't have done that if they had the same leadership and they dug in. And so the decision by them to say, you know what, okay, we need a change, helps us. Because it can't be just one person, right? It's not just one person doing it all. It's organization. They have amazing people that work at Atira, and I want to make sure that no one says, hey, everybody at Atira is awful. It's not the case here. Very important. And they do important work. And so now we can continue that work, do the accountability pieces we need. But there's a lot of people that need support, and BC Housing does amazing work to support the most vulnerable people. And what's most important to me is
We got people in encampments. We got people a few blocks from here who have nowhere to go. How do we get them housed? How do we get them the supports they need? And that's where my focus has shifted to.
Right, and we talk about that in a moment, but there was a headline that was concerning that made, news, and it was about the fact that BC is the eviction capital of Canada. And that's maybe not a surprise for a lot of renters who've been struggling with super high rent. What was it? I mean, I think it just came out that a one-bedroom in Metro Vancouver,
$2,556 a month.
Who can afford that? I mean, this is so complex. How do you sort of square the circle between protecting renters without clamping down too hard on private landlords so they go, I'm out?
Yeah, it's the gray hairs that are popping up. It's from the 6 months in this job. And last year, you'll remember, it was rent evictions.
Yeah.
Right? So we made a whole host of changes to make sure that doesn't happen. And now it's, according to the report, and of course we've been hearing it as well, which is people saying it's for personal use only to bring somebody else in for dramatically higher rents. So it's a major concern. We've already said in the housing plan that we launched that we're going to take some steps. But we want to make sure we do it right, because there are some landlords, and first off, all landlords are not bad. Majority are good people. They do the right thing.
Same with tenants, right?
Same with tenants. We're talking about that little sliver that's in between. But we have to learn from other jurisdictions, because we're not the only ones dealing with this. It's happening across the country.
Hot button issue for us, and we've discussed this many times on the show. Why are we not limiting Airbnbs so that there is more rental stock available for people who need a place to live?
Yeah, and we will be. So part of the Homes for People strategy is taking action on short-term rentals. We are doing some work on that right now. We're learning from jurisdictions like Louisiana, Quebec has done a lot of work on this to find out how we can make it work for us here in British Columbia. When it first started, listen, I've gone in short-term rentals. My family, right?
Again, it's not a swath of badness, but if it's taking away the ability for people to find a place to live, that's a problem.
And we hear that now from mayors, from tourism-dependent communities. They're like, in the beginning it was great. We needed it, but now we have nowhere for our workforce to live. And so how are we going to address that? So it has swung too far. And so what we'll be doing is bringing in measures that will bring more of the housing stock back into the housing market. We're learning from Quebec. We're learning from Louisiana.
So maybe zones where you can Airbnb and then maybe just limiting the fact that somebody could rent a place, move out, and then use it as an Airbnb when they're renting it and the landlord doesn't even know.
Yeah, and that's a challenge also. And so that's why it's so comprehensive, the work that has to happen, because Quebec did some things and then they found there was loopholes. Then they did something else, they found loopholes. Louisiana, same situation. So we're actually trying to, and we're working with local governments as well, because they're saying, okay, let's find a solution. Simple things. Most of the communities don't even know how many short-term rentals are in their community or not.
I know.
And then we also have companies now that are building 7-8 units and then only Airbnb, or I would say short-term rental. It's not only Airbnb, it's VRBO and others. And so hotels are over here paying all these fees to the local community, and then they're finding ways around it. So it's a mess. The challenge we had was that a lot of local governments went ahead and started doing their own thing. And so now we're stepping back and saying, okay, we appreciate what you've done, but we need a system for the province, and that's what will be coming later in the year.
I wanted to ask you about this, because we know it's expensive to buy a home in BC, especially in Metro Vancouver. So Paul Sullivan, who's a property tax expert, just came out with a study saying that now, according to his calculations, 30% of the cost of an 800 square foot condo in Metro Vancouver is made up of government fees, charges, and taxes. That's about $330,000, up 50% since 2018. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, the flip side is, and one thing I've learned in politics is that everybody wants all the services, but they don't want to pay taxes.
Okay, fair.
And so the development community, my message to them today when I was speaking to them is that, we need schools, we need police, we need fire halls, we need all these road infrastructure.
Parks.
And where's that going to come from, right? In the end, what we've always said is new development helps pay for the amenities that are needed for the community growing. And so I think they have a point, though, that the cost around waste, delay of time is actually where the savings are going to come from. And so that's why our strategy is focused more on the 5 years it takes for them to get a permit.
Yeah,
let's
speeding that up.
let's speed that up, because that's a huge amount of saving.
I can hear
that
people
can
yelling
happen.
at their TVs about that one.
Yeah, oh, I know, and it's frustrating for me. I mean, we have a project that's 70 units for seniors, low-income seniors in a community that I won't name, and you know, we had everything going, almost all approved, and a new council comes in and says, you know what, we're going to increase your DCCs. We want you to double the parking. It's not project, it's not viable anymore.
Yeah.
And so we just can't do this anymore. And so, you know, for me, I get up in the morning. I know there's people in encampments. I know that we have people, and not only in Vancouver, in communities around the province. Yeah. And I think, like, why? You know, why is it all happening? How do we address it? And that's maybe my patience gets short sometimes on this job, but it's because of that urgency that I feel from seeing what's around us.
It's a big portfolio. The next time you come in, we'll check and see if there's any more gray.
Please come back. We can literally do.
My son told me this morning, he said, Dad, you look old. And I said, okay.
You're grounded.
Thank you.
You're grounded.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you so much. You're out of here. So.
Thank you for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thank you for what you're doing. Good luck with it.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to coming back.
Yeah, we will have you back.
Please. This is not going away anytime soon. You're trying to thread the needle there for sure.
All right, still ahead. The wildfire season has started early, sadly, and the climate deniers are ramping up their attacks on meteorologists, trying to discredit and intimidate. Climate scientist and former Green Party leader Andrew Weaver joins us with his thoughts when we come back.